Coach, it seemed like every time Portland made a run, got close, made it a close contest, you guys really toughened up, stifled them. What was it about your defense tonight that really stepped up?
I really think it was our guys took ownership of it. They talked about us being a defensive-first team. It wasn't the offense. It was our ability to sit down and get stops. I think going into that at the 4-minute mark, they had scored, I believe, 4 points up until that point. So I just really believe the guys decided to sit down and guard, to make it a defensive game because, that's what you have to do on the road in order to get wins.
Poise and resilience to continue battling even when the Blazers made those runs. It just seemed like you guys stepped up in those key moments.
Well, I think it was 1:43 or 1:53 on the clock. We called the timeout, and the guys came to the huddle, and the first thing they said is, we've been here before. Right? This is what we work on in practice. We've been through these 2-minute games, these 2-minute drills. This is what we work on. And they talked about the poise, what we needed to do, defend without fouling, take away the three, knowing our coverages in those moments. We're switching 1 through 5, or if we're going to stay in coverage. They did a great job of communicating with one another about what the game plan was.
Talked about it during shoot-around this morning, getting to the free throw line, a major key for you guys. You guys got to the line a ton tonight. Was it just the aggressiveness of attacking the basket?
Well, it was our ability to attack the basket first, and they swiped down a ton. So our guys did a great job of adjusting to how the game was being called. We didn't whine, we didn't moan. I think it was just great that we just took care of the basketball more than anything, and just tried to get to the basket.
Talked about him a million times, the hustle and energy of Moe Wagner. Just talk about his performance tonight.
Well, it's great. We talk about doing this by committee. He stayed out there longer because he provided so much energy, and he was playing a good game of basketball. And I think the guys root for him, they support him, but that's this whole team. They want the guy next to him to be successful because if they know that each person is giving it their all, then we're going to be successful as a group.
And on the other end, his brother, Franz, what did you like about his performance and just how he was able to really help boost this team, too, going into this win?
Well, he got to the free throw line as well, and I think his poise was really good. I think these guys, what they've learned to do, we talk about the maturity through camp, their ability to communicate with one another what they see on the floor. And I'll go back to that word, ownership. They're taking ownership of the offense and the defense, but it's the poise that they possess at any given moment, knowing we've drilled it over and over and over again. So it's nothing that they have not seen in each one of these scenarios.
It might be a little early, but now you have Lakers and Clippers. What are you guys going to work on, and what are some small things that you would like to see this team work on before that game on Monday?
Free throws. That's probably the start. But realistically, we'll let these guys enjoy this one tonight. We will get some free throws at some point, honestly. But then besides that, it's got to be about us regardless. It's transition defense. It's taking care of the basketball. It's defensive rebounding, which I think we tightened up in the second half. But it's those things, they present a lot of challenges. But we'll be able to enjoy this one for tonight and then go get the game plan started for tomorrow when we play them on Monday.
So, Franz, it seemed like every time Portland made a run, got close, your defensive intensity and pressure really elevated. What did you see out there on that end of the floor in those key moments?
I think defensively we were pretty good all night. We just, especially in the first half, didn't finish the possessions a lot of times. They got second chance points. But yeah, I think guys come in the game and want to change the game on that end, and that definitely translates. You can see we talk about sometimes you can't control how good you play on offense, but the defense for us has to travel. So I think we did a solid job today, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
Is this one of those things where the last 2 years you were in a lot of close games, maybe didn't win that many of them, but having that experience, does that give you some extra resilience and poise in those situations?
I think so. I think today's one of those days where we can definitely learn from the last couple minutes. But yeah, it definitely helps having been in those moments, and obviously we look at it in practice and film and stuff like that and see what decides those close games. And like I said, I think today we didn't do a great job with that, but we'll keep learning and keep looking at the stuff we did wrong.
You talked during training camp about getting to the free throw line more. You took 9 free throws, the team took 32. Do you sense that you're just kind of getting more aggressive and you're attacking the basket?
Yeah, I work on that a lot in practice. And I think for the whole team, I think it kind of slows the game down, especially in those moments when the other team makes a run and kind of slows it down and gets us easier ones. So I think that the first 2 games, us getting to the basket, getting fouled has been a huge part.
Before the game, Chauncey Billups was talking about how impressed he was with your team's defense and how hard you guys play. When you hear that from opponents, does that give you some extra confidence?
No, that's awesome, for sure. But we don't just want to be the team that plays hard and tries hard and stuff like that. We don't win these games, and like I said, it's just the first 2 games, but we want to keep getting better and hopefully have a good road trip.
Franz, it looks like your brother has brought a lot of energy, especially down the stretch. Tell us a little bit more about how that energy kind of motivates you and the entire team throughout the minutes down the stretch.
Yeah, I think everybody in the gym notices it when he's out there on the court, and it's on both sides of the court. So it's awesome for everybody out there. Gives us definitely another push, and obviously had a super efficient night. Great rhythm on offense gives us great rhythm on offense for the whole group, and made plays, pick and roll defense, got a charge, made stuff hard for their guards and pick and roll situations. So I think they did a hell of a job today.
Mo, it seemed like every time Portland made a run, seized momentum, you guys took control using your defense, just like in the Houston game. What is it about those moments to be able to raise the defensive intensity and pressure in those situations?
Yeah, it's a very powerful feeling to kind of understand that if you turn it up a notch, people really struggle to score against you. And I think we're starting to understand that. That's a lot of fun as a unit because you kind of embrace that too. But this was game 2, and team's going to figure stuff out. They're going to get better, so you got to keep improving and keep getting better, yeah.
Chauncey Billups before the game was raving about your team's defensive intensity and how hard you guys play, how physically you guys play. When you hear that from opponents, does that give you some extra confidence?
Yeah, kind of. But we've always stressed that we don't want to be that team that's being praised for playing hard and guarding well and not winning. We want to win. So obviously that's cool to hear, but having more points than the other team matters.
When people say you're Mr. Hustle, Mr. Energy, do you like that label? I mean, obviously you do a lot of different things, but maybe what you're most known for, the taking charges, diving on the floor, playing hard-nosed defense in situations. Is that what you like to be known for in a way?
I kind of appreciate that question because in this league you get labeled fast and you have a responsibility as a player as well. I will say, though, basketball is my life's work, and energy isn't. That's kind of just who I am. So I work really hard because I love this sport, and obviously it's really cool to be that guy, but I want to be known to be a good basketball player as well. And yeah, that's what I work for, and obviously regulate the energy so it's productive and not destructive. And I have great people around me that help me with that.
You did make all 8 of your shots, so what got you going today?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's cool and all, but like I really don't have to create much with the ball. You know, I'm very privileged to have playmakers around me. So really, all you have to do is put it in the basket. So I want to credit my teammates for that. That's how it works. Everybody embraces role, and then at the end of the day, if you score more points, everybody's happy.
The team spoke heavily during training camp about getting to the free throw line more. I mean, you guys were good at that last year, but it seems like you're now taking it up a notch. I know Jamal and some of the others have even said, like, maybe you guys could be top 3, top 5 in free throw attempts. Mm-hmm. Is it just being more physical? Is that what that's all about?
Yeah, I mean, again, like, it's game 2. But obviously we do take a lot of pride in that, and scoring in the paint. We use the word violent. Be aggressive, play super physical. You're not always going to get all the calls, but setting the tone. I think we did a great job. That starting unit did a great job today with Wendell and Paolo. Sometimes it's just running through somebody, get to the line, get it done to get everybody going. We talk a lot about that, and it's obviously a lot of fun to watch when a team embraces that so much.
Mo, speaking of playmakers, your brother is definitely one of them, and just getting one highest point today. How does that relationship grow on and off the court, especially with another couple of years with him in the same team?
I mean, yeah, we kind of at a point where it gets kind of boring. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's amazing, dude. Like we're so privileged. We always remind each other. Also with the FIBA stuff this summer, I don't think we can grasp really what we're living here, what type of life. There's not much else to say about that. It's a little overwhelming. I'm just trying to enjoy it every day, embrace it every day. We drive to work together. We live together. Have our family around. In this business, that's not to take for granted. So I embrace that every day, and you rarely not see me happy about that.